Hi, and welcome to my Tuesday evening live card making tutorial. Oh my goodness, this evening I'm going to be playing with the heart-shaped bundle. So very excited about that. And so let me first introduce myself. I'm Shelley Godby. And for 23 years, I've been teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles through my YouTube videos, my Stamping Smiles blog, and my mailing list. There we go. Oh, Miss Bonnie B is here. Oh, thank you, Miss Bonnie B. She's given it a thumbs up and shared it. Fantastic. Okay, so it's Sale-a-Bration. What a day. Everything has started today. It's just, oh, Miss Patricia's here. Fantastic. Um, so much. I put my email together and the list just went on and on. Of course, we have the start today of the January through April mini catalog. I don't know what just hit the floor. Something I'll probably need, I'm sure. Sale-a-Bration, which I'll be using. I really am curious what hit the floor. Like I said, I'm sure it'll be something I'll need. And online exclusives, scrapbooking line. Oh, Miss Adelaide is here, and a new demo special. Like I said, it just kept going on and on and on. It's like, wow, that's a lot happening all in one day. And this evening, well, we're going to be looking at this heart-shaped, or I'll be using it, the heart-shaped bundle, and it's one of the Sale-a-Bration free gifts with purchase. And so, how about we go ahead and have a look at that? Okay, the heart isn't this sweet, and it is just so delicate. And you think hearts, you thought, okay, oh, Miss Jeanette is here. Okay, she's someone's answering someone. Okay, so so delicate. Okay, so hearts, you automatically go right to Valentine's Day, which of course you could use for that, but the greetings in here are well beyond that. Just because I care, my heart loves your heart. My thoughts of you are all heart-shaped. Hello and thank you. So you can use this for so much more. Okay, so Miss Bonnie B was having a little bit of trouble, but now everything's working well. And Miss Carol is here. Well, hello. And then you have the coordinating dies. And so you have the outline die for the flowers, a label die that will fit those, but then you have the intricate dies, and we'll be using those. So very, very cool. All right. And so this is one of the Sale-a-Bration free gifts with purchase. Now this one is at the back of the book because it's the bundle, and it's free within the US dollars with 120. And like, okay, it's so cute. And so I made a card that was really bright and cheery. And then before I was done, I just changed my mind and went to something more muted. But I will show you the bright. That's what I'm gonna demonstrate. But the more I look at it, I really like the bright and cheery one. So who knew? All right. So let me show you. So here is, scroll up. All right. So here is the heart-shaped die and bundle. Now it's showing you $31.50. That's the value. You cannot purchase this. All you can do is earn it for free with your order of 120 or more. Okay. Cannot purchase it. But I have my dies on one of these magnet cards, and I choose the 6x6, super strong. They aren't going to fall off. And I purchased these from another company, and there's the QR code, or the link is under the video, from a company called Stampin Storage. They have products to keep our craft supplies really organized in your craft room. Oh my goodness, you can deck it out like nobody's business. And 16% off store-wide all of January. And if you'd follow one of my links, that'd be fantastic. And then I store them in one of these storage pockets. And then I put them in my box and I can flip through. And I love that I can see all the dies. Because a lot of times I'll flip through looking for, a lot of times, a label die, some kind of shape, right? Because we get a lot of different things mixed in with our dies, or maybe just an intricate die cut. And so it makes it really easy for me to flip through. But 16% off is pretty sweet. Okay, let me show you one more thing. We will be using the Bloom Impressions 12 by 12 designer series paper. This is another Sale-a-Bration free gift with purchase in the US. That is with a $60 purchase. And so you can see all of the patterns here. Isn't this pretty? So I just thought this is really delicate, and I decided to pair it with the delicate heart-shaped bundle for a soft and delicate card. So I've got some die cutting to do, and of course I want to use this intricate die. So let me put this aside and grab my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. There we go. And a wonderful, wonderful tool. And I'm going to, I love how it folds up because it just doesn't take much room. And so these are thin metal dies. And so I can use plate number 1 and plate number 2 that comes with it. But instead, I'm going to use this magnetic platform that I purchased on Amazon. And there's a link to that. And so the magnets in here, they're little circles, and you can see them about a ½ inch apart over the whole thing, hold the metal dies in place. So regardless if I use the magnetic platform or plate number 1 and 2 that comes with it, I need a cutting plate. Okay, so there we go. Let's see. Come back over. All right. So I've got that. And then my cardstock, I've got some basic white cardstock. Then our heart-shaped die. And that edge that's rough, that's the cutting edge. We'll place that right on there. You know what? While I'm here, let's do some more die cutting. I've got another piece of Whisper white cardstock and the label die and that cutting edge down. Oh, yeah, see, I need to, there we go, find the magnet. And I've got some pretty and pink cardstock and this intricate die. I'm going to show you how I tried some different colors. I really fooled with this. I was starting to get nervous. If you normally come on Tuesdays and watch me live, you may have noticed this went up a little bit late because I was doing a lot of fooling around. And like I said, it was a big day with so much starting. Oh, there we go. Oh, so getting a lot. And just bring this back. Okay, I've got there in the way of the handle one of the stamps I'll be using. All right, good. So we've got our label done. And look, that's what I love about the magnet cards. Right back on there, so I'm not losing anything because you sure don't want to do that. And this is where our take your pick tool comes in really handy. We've got all those little poke out holes and just gently push through there. We've got that. And look how pretty this is. All right. I didn't keep these. I don't know. I didn't think that looked as attractive. But what we're going for is this beautiful frame. And those poke out holes. And I'm gently pulling this out. Delicate and pretty. I mean, my gracious. Okay. On that magnet card. And let's do one more. And our die cutting will be done. All right, so do you see I had to move it because the magnet was pulling it. So you definitely want to get it on a magnet. And the magnetic platform just saves me time because I don't need any adhesive or anything like that. And it does make me a better die cutter, which saves time. All right, so let me put that aside and we'll poke that out. Here we go, a little poke out. All right, so the die cutting is all done. And like I said, right back on there. Isn't that handy? These are some little dies. You lose these, you're going to be wishing you hadn't. Like, oh no. Okay. So, get all of this right there. And I have some more basic white cardstock. And whenever you're stamping, you absolutely want to use the Stampin' Up! Basic white cardstock. It has a smooth, tight finish to give you crisp, clean images. And one of the colors in the Bloom Impressions Designer Series paper is the Shy Shamrock. I'm really glad it did. This isn't one of the 24, 26 in colors I've used much, but I just am in love with this card, and I have changed my mind about that color. You just need the right things to go with it. And so I have the heart, and to be honest, I looked at the sample in the catalog. That's usually a good jumping off place for me to see what they did with it. And I really like their sample. That's another free with 120. But here we go. Here's that bundle. And they stamped underneath and put the heart over top. And I thought, okay, I like that idea. So we'll be doing that. And it's so cool that I can now actually open a catalog. So we're getting this good and inked up. And my goal is to get this in the center. All right. All right, so things to tell you. Hey, I don't know how long we've been here, and I have yet to say, please like and share my video. Oh, isn't that pretty? Please like and share my video and comment, come in and say hello. And, if you're not yet a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. Every time I do a video or upload one, I uploaded one yesterday, you get a notification of that. Okay, so mimicking what they did, I tried a bunch of different things. I tried the green on there, and that was pretty. And on the other card, I'll show you what I did. I did something else, but it was a little bit more than I wanted. And then I thought the white was really pretty, but I instead decided to do what they did with that, and I'm going to color the leaves. And I chose the light Shy Shamrock. And I end up putting my finger here because I want to leave the heart white. I want to color just the leaves. So I put my finger there so I wouldn't go, as a guide, and just color these in. And so then I had the best of both worlds. I really like the green of the green leaves, but I also really like the softness of the white. So this gives me both of them. And I was going to have one all colored in. I thought, nah, we'll just hang out. Okay, so online exclusives. Oh my gracious. So much. I mean, there is as much in the online exclusives as you will find in the mini catalog. And, one of my sweet stampers called today and we were discussing it. It's smaller than it usually is because Stampin' Up! Made the decision that they really wanted to be able to feature, and there are so many samples to inspire you. So they just really, really loaded up with samples, and then the rest that would have been in there normally went into the online exclusives. So yeah, a lot of samples. And as we were discussing before, we would cram so much into a catalog, you would miss things. I would show people a stamp set that was really tucked away. Like, I don't remember seeing that. Well, I don't think that will really happen anymore because they just really dedicated a lot of pages to everything, like the suites and everything. So very nice. So we've got that. So the online exclusives, there's a link under the video. Definitely check those out because you don't want to miss out. And some of them coordinate with the January through April mini catalog that I think of as the spring catalog. And here we go. So we've got that. And the scrapbooking line, oh my goodness. If you do memory keeping at all, and even if you don't, go over there and check it out. There are some other designer series papers. You may enjoy the sticker sheets with them too. Or the workshop kits are so pretty, you may decide to start scrapbooking. Everything's designed for you. I mean, you don't have to do the way they do it, but they do a really good job. And they have step-by-step instructions. I mean, just very impressive. Okay. So this is, taking me a little bit of time, but I liked the effect. And if you'd like, I can show you again. just the green, the solid green, or the solid white. Maybe if I think to do that, we'll do that so you can compare and say, yep. Oh, Miss Danette is here. Hello. Well, we're glad you joined us. So I'm playing with the heart-shaped bundle in the Sale-a-Bration brochure. And it's just so doggone sweet. Okay, because you know what? Time flies. And the older I get, the faster it goes, right? So before I know it, Sale-a-Bration will be over. And I thought, oh, I've got to play with some of this Sale-a-Bration stuff for you. And a friend told me, she said, you know, life is like a roll of toilet paper. The closer you get to the end, the faster it goes. And wow, is that true or what? So also going on right now, of course, we still have the last chance products, but wow, that list is really going. And you know what? If what you wanted isn't sold out and you grab it, you can get Sale-a-Bration gifts. And there are discounts there up to 80% off. But yeah, that list is really growing. But Sale-a-Bration, like I said, maybe you got busy the holidays and which, yeah, easy to do, and didn't take time to check that out. What a great time when you've got some really nice gifts like this that you can pick up. And of course, until the Stampin' rewards change, and they're talking March and now possibly April, you bump your order up to 150, you're going to earn free Sale-a-Bration gifts and Stampin' rewards. So that's really doggone sweet. If that order gets to 300, you get a bonus. Oh, I was thinking 30, but we'll say 25. Anyway, you get even more products. I think we'll say 25. I'd have to look that up. And if someone wanted to, if they wanted to look at their Sale-a-Bration and see what the bonus is, US dollars. Oh, Miss Molly's here too. Well, hello. All right, almost done. And so you may say, okay, Shelley, I really like that, but the white or the green works for me. And that's fair. Okay. So we've got those colored in. I think that's pretty sharp. Well, obviously I do because, I'm using it for my card. And so then that over top, I liked the white and then the green with that soft, the really delicate stamp green behind it. Now, to put this on, if I tried to use my Stampin' seal, that's what hit the floor. Because I don't see it. If I use my Stampin' seal, I'd have adhesive everywhere. And if I wanted to be patient, I could use the multi-purpose glue and give it time to partially dry. But you know what? Let's go ahead and use my sticky dots. Oh, Miss Caroline is here. Well, hello. So another thing I picked up on Amazon to make life easier are these, there we go, these sticky dots. And take this, peel it back, and it's just all kinds of tiny little dots. Put this on here, put it down, and then take my bone folder and rub all over it so those dots stick. Because, we have adhesive sheets and I really like them, but this is so intricate, I can't imagine how I would get the backing off. We would be here with me doing it most of the night. All right, and so now I've got adhesive all over. Very, very cool. And as I was making them, I was like, okay, so I want to line up the die cut heart. There we go. With the stamped heart. And then we get all those fabulous leaves behind us. That's a little pliable. There we go. All right, so sticky dots are sweet. So we've got that. And then the decorating of it. All right, we'll start with our greeting. Well, this. And I tried, okay, so I tried, well, that's when I was doing the other color. Okay. Oh, I don't know what, oh, here it is. Melon Mambo. And it was, this will be on the other card. I did cardstock and it was a little bit darker than I wanted. So instead I colored it with, look at that, with the Melon Mambo Stampin' Blends, the light one. And I also tried like this, and that's pretty too. But I wanted to go even softer, and this is easier with the pretty and pink cardstock. Now, both of these are 24, 26 in colors. All right, I got to grab that Stampin' Seal that hit the floor. There we go. And I only put some on the end. I mean, the sticky dots would work well here. Some right here on the end. I can't wait to show you the other card because I used the flowers instead of the stems and a different color palette. I mean, the same pack of paper, but I liked that softness. Isn't that pretty? Very, very pretty. Oops. Okay. And then we have our greeting. And I've got the Tuxedo Black Memento ink pad. And I chose Just Because I Care. And I could center it, but for my design, I will end up trimming off part of that. So we'll come up and over here. And while I'm doing this, hey, Happy New Year. Last time I saw you, for me, it was still 2024. There we go. And, you know, I don't know. I started writing 2025 the next day. Like, okay, was mentally prepared for that, I guess. All right, so let's go ahead and trim this. Let's get nice and straight. Paper snips, love them. And we're going to use mini glue dots because that's got some bulk, so we'll get up and over it. I take your pick tool. So not mini glue dots. I know I said that. Mini Stampin' Dimensionals. I say mini and it comes up. Okay, it is 30. I thought it was, but so that's cool. At 300, so you would get 12%. So that's $36 in free products. And then they're adding another 30 plus Sale-a-Bration. My gracious. All right. Yeah, those sticky dots are really very, very sweet. And, oh, pastels and neutrals, you know, Miss Caroline, you know, I like bright colors. I'm going to show you a card I did. It's not as if I don't, but I do favor muted and pastels. It's just more of my nature. You know what? I don't want to put this on yet because what I decide to do, even though it's in the same color, to go ahead and mat it. So I've got more basic white cardstock here. It just framed it for me, which sounds odd since it's just more white. And, you know, tomorrow when this video is done uploading in HD, I'll have a link to my blog post with all the measurements, or you can just go over there, www.stampingsmiles.com. But after it's done uploading, so with all the measurements and a downloadable PDF. Okay, so now I have that done. Now I can take this to the edge. Sweet, isn't it? I mean, delicate and soft. So now for our card base, well, I decided to use these two. Now remember, this is from the Bloom Impressions 12 by 12 designer series paper, a Sale-a-Bration gift. And my Stampin' Seal. Normally I'd say an inch in each corner, but you know, that'll take care of it. And instead of just putting this, okay, I ended up fooling around, but I end up liking the white. So instead of putting it right on here, an easy way to dress it up was I gave it some strength behind here, And then I'm going to pop it up with Stampin' Dimensionals. That added a lot to my simple card, a whole lot. There we go. I really could have put any color behind there, but, you know, white works. All right. I am not pleased. My paper snips. I did not get to the edge, and that's because I went over the edge here. So let's slow down and do it right. Because neatness always counts in card making. Most things. All right. Okay, there we go. And by popping this up, it just dressed it up. Well, I got it, and I thought, okay, it's still a little bit too simple, but this worked out beautifully. This is new, and this is from an online exclusives. It's the white 1/2 inch woven ribbon. It's like, oh, perfect. Okay, so cover up this seam. It didn't just cover it up. It's a really nice, another soft touch. This is really nice and soft. It tied beautifully for me. Okay. Can't wait to show you the other card too, for those that prefer a lot more color. All right, my tails always go away from me, so I'm going to turn it. There we go. When I make a bow, you know, in bow making, a lot of it is just don't let your ribbon get all twisted and be patient. Oh, Miss Kimberly. Oh, she's a first time joining us live. Well, welcome. We hope you'll come back more often. Oh, and she's coming in with compliments. Okay. All right. We really enjoy you. I'm so easy. Oh, goodness. All right. And so, you know, you fluff in play, but if you don't let it get all twisted, you'll have a pretty bow, and you want it tight enough. If you get it tight enough, you don't need to have adhesive underneath it. And there we go. See, isn't that sharp? That just ties beautifully. 1/2 inch sometimes I think is a little bit maybe too big for a card, but not as soft as this is. And let's trim these tails. So I don't care for a raggedy edge, and I don't have a nice little angle on there either. There we go. Perfect. Ah, well, and you know, this is a softer version, right, of Shy Shamrock, but it sure coordinates with it. But I just love it. So look at that. This just, that ribbon was a big, the ribbon and um, putting this, popping it up with the dimensionals. So here I have my dimensionals. And I'm not teasing when I say these are my favorite adhesive. They really are, because it's just amazing how I can do something so simple as giving it some dimension to change the whole look of the card. It dresses it up. It's amazing. All right, so I'm peeling these off. They're coming off easy for me tonight. If not, press down with your thumbnail. That makes the edge pop up. And this added all to that softness, leaving on the white, picking up the white from the DSP, my heart. Here we go. And some more Stampin' Dimensionals. What would we do without them? And then, of course, I have some embellishments. Oh, Miss Adelaide, well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Okay, I didn't feel that I needed one in the center. This is not a big piece, and it might sit on that ribbon. If you noticed on here, I put it next to, of course, around it. And so then this goes right here. Sweet, sweet, sweet. And then for our embellishments, well, the 24-26 in color resin dots. And I've got my take your pick tool. And I tried the Shy Shamrock. I tried and just the pink, and then I tried mixing it up, and I ended up going to only the pretty in pink. I liked the touch that it gave it. I always press down. If you watch, I press down on the embellishments. The adhesive sticks to the embellishment and not the acetate sheet. And if that's ever happened to you, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, thank you, Miss Patricia. And there we go. And that's my soft and sweet heart-shaped card. And really easy to do. You know, it took a little bit of time, like I said, to color, but I liked that. I liked the definition of the white heart. So the solid would stand out more. That would work. This is softer because I colored with the Stampin' blends. And I was really thinking about just, you know, the white, and that would be pretty too. But for me, it was worth the time to do this. And so there we go. Isn't this an awesome bundle? Oh my goodness. All right, so my other card, this is the one I started with in the brighter colors. And this, the heart, is in the peach pie that's in this paper. So I thought those two went really pretty together. Well, thank you, Miss Caroline. And I started off with, I die cut it in the peach pie. Then I was coloring it with the Stampin' blends. It's a totally different color, but you know, color on color usually doesn't work. So I thought, oh, instead of just throwing away, I thought I would show you. It's like, oh, it did not stay shy shamrock, and not a big shock. And I was thinking about doing, you know, this, and it just, that was a little darker than I wanted. That's when I used the blends. Okay. Then I also tried that. But I thought, well, no, let's be different, because I used, you know, the spray or whatever, and we got the flowers, and I colored these with the Stampin' blend. So that's Melon Mambo on the petals, and peach pie in the center. And so this took, you know, like I said, I did the, and so you can compare and see what you think. Do you like more definition to the heart? Or, oh, you all are so sweet. Or do you, you know, so it's, or even just solid. So I wanted you to see all those different choices. And I tell you, you know, it's not as if I don't like bright colors, because I really end up liking this, but this one was my favorite because I go that way. But I don't know if you saw my video I uploaded yesterday where I demonstrated these. If someone could tell me the difference between a toadstool and a mushroom, I don't know the difference, using the terrific toadstools bundle. And look how bright that is. And I love these. So I don't need everything muted. Oh, thank you, Miss Bonnie B. But for this one, you know, we all have our preferences. And so I'd love to hear yours if you prefer the soft muted or the more bright and cheerier. So I'd love to hear your comment about what floats your boat, because that sure floated mine. So unless I told you differently, okay, Miss Adelaide prefers the green one. Okay, cool. Unless I told you differently, like the, you know, the sticky dots and the magnet cards, everything is available to order in my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. And oh, thank you, Miss Molly. So I'm so glad you all joined me and I got to play with this, because I was excited about getting this. Like, oh, that is awful pretty. And so that's just 2 cards. Can you imagine all the different things you could do with this? And I like it that it's going to take us beyond Valentine's Day. Oh, Miss Caroline likes my toadstool cards too. Thank you. Oh, Miss Lynn. Okay, she likes both. All right. So I do too. I do too. Absolutely. Oh, my toadstool. Yeah, this is just stinking cute. But, you know, the designer series paper, the Toadstool Gardens, is another Sale-a-Bration free gift with purchase. And the colors in there are so bright and cheery. I just really like them in the bright colors. It just turned out so much fun. And this is, and those are my thank you cards for January 2025. Okay. All right. Oh, Miss Adelaide, she's doing a PSA for me. So, and then, oh, you know what else? This isn't new, but that recolored DSP is on there. So there's so much going on in my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. It's Miss Kimberly. Well, thank you. Okay, I forgot. That's what I need to do so you all can see what I'm talking about. There we go. That just popped up. Fantastic. So, oh, wow. That was fun, and what a day, and an awesome day with so much going on. My gracious, the plethora of products in my online store that are brand new. Mini catalog, online exclusive, scrapbooking. Wow, it's a lot to take in and a lot of fun. And what a great time. Sale-a-Bration, free gifts with purchase. And you're seeing some very lovely ones. The toadstool paper, this Bloom Impressions, that's only three. There are a whole lot more besides that, and which is always a good thing. Oh, Miss Danette prefers the soft one too. Well, that's really cool. That, and well, I always like when people agree with me. But then I almost just demonstrated the other one because, like, well, gosh, that really is pretty. And the game changer on that one really was the ribbon. The ribbon is what just went, oh, okay, there it is. And so, yeah, well, I'm here every Tuesday for my live card making tutorial. I haven't missed yet. Although when I go on the grand vacation in May, we leave on a Tuesday. I'm like, oh, that'll be the first time in, well, forever. But, that'll be okay. And so it is that time of evening that I thank you for joining me. And like I said, everything's available to order in my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. I'm Shelly Godby, teaching you how to create hand-stamped smiles.